It's a pain in the ass. I am sorry it took me so long. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Darkpool Algo, and today is Wednesday, October 27th, 2021, and I am running a little bit behind, but we got the news back. So excited about that. So, with that being said, since we have news, we're going to be able to go over some things. There's a lot of earnings results are in. I think that it's going to move the market, and let me just grab this guy right here. I need this little fella right there so I can see what's going on with the chat. As always, if you have any requests, make sure you get them into me as soon as possible so that I can get those filled out and on board for today. All right, the bang drink for the day is Candy Apple Crisp. While I take a drink, you take this second. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and you know what? Turn on notifications. I'll be putting out some new videos this week. It's so good. It's like a candy apple without it getting stuck in your teeth. All right, so with that being said, good morning. I don't know if anybody's going to show up to the stream because I was late. Whoa, dude, I am black and white. What the hell? I got to fix my filters. So, while I grab some filters, morning, I'm sorry, I am late. I know, don't shoot me. It's going to be okay, I promise. Let's get up this guy right here. There we go. Okay, good. You guys can see that. As you can see, I did a lot of work recently on chart set or on my desktop setup, right? So lots of QQQ stuff. All right, I need this guy here to be down here. And hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing, because if you guys don't agree with this layout, then I will go back to what I had previously, which was hella fast. This is a little slow. Yes, we're going to look at Amazon, AMD, Tesla, Twitter, Apple, Microsoft, Visa, and a hood. All of those stocks I just mentioned have earnings. So we're going to look at those. Ooh, that sucks. I got to figure out where to put my face, because if it's going to, yeah, it overlooks my favorite screen. It's going to be tough. All right, well, we'll get it figured out. So if you're new to the stream, welcome. I am Darkpool Algo. Typically what we'll do is we'll run through some news first. Then we'll look at some futures, and then we will find some stocks and options that are looking to make a greater than expected move today. We're going to use the software from FlowTrade. It's a smart money, dark pool, and block trade algorithm software that tracks large institutions, hedge funds, and smart money in real time. Predictive indicator, meaning that it does not depend upon information from the past. It shows what's happening in real time using the Flow Index algorithm. It's the only predictive indicator out there, and it shows us what's happening as it's happening. It's interesting to see what's going on because everybody's trying to look at price action. Well, we're trying to look at what the algorithm, what smart money's been doing with their money, because they're not us. They're not trading even a $100,000 account, right? It doesn't qualify for what smart money would be doing. You just don't have enough buying power to really affect the market. Okay, so with that being said, that's the upper left-hand chart here. I'll make it bigger when we get to that section. White bars are price action. Purple line is a regular algorithm line. If you see me drop a red line across the screen, that means it is a regular block trade. A blue line is a dark pool block trade. If I drop a white line down, then you know it's either it's a party or it's a party, or Laz, the boy, invited us out to Miami to play. Come on, really? Leave it be. So that's a joke. Sorry, I just got a couple text messages that threw me off my game. No, but what it means, if I drop a white line down there, there's a regular and a dark pool block trade that came in at the same level. I can't separate them out, especially for you all to be able to see that. So I drop a white line on there. Those are major areas of importance. Mark them up on your chart. They can be considered support and resistance. Price action and the algorithm will interact with those levels. So now that the intros are over, let's get to some news and some futures, and then we will rock this puppy. All right, hopefully everybody can see my screen. If not, let me make it a little bit bigger. I gotta move this boom. I wish I could have it like right here where you can't see, but I could still talk and then I could type and things would be good. But I can't. All right. So lots and lots and lots of earnings. I'm not gonna go through them all. Okay. Just know that if you're interested in earnings from ticker, leave a comment in the comment section now. I'll come back and I'll show you what that means. So you guys get to look at what I'm interested in. Okay. And that's just how it works. Sorry, not to be rude, but Spotify, right? Spotify revenue grew 27%, beating the 245 billion expected. They reported a 19% jump in paid subscribers for the premium service to 172 million. Spotify is a beast, right? Just beating analyst expectations of 171.7 million. Total monthly active users rose 19%. That's what I care about, active users, right? Because how can Spotify make money? They can charge you. They can maybe run some ads, but they're not going to run ads if they're charging you. So they've got to get new users. So Spotify should be very bullish today. With earnings, don't get sucked into Ivy crush, meaning maybe wait till options prices are at their low and then look to get in a couple weeks out. Okay. It's just so good. It's like, goodness. Okay. I was going to say some stuff, but it doesn't work that way. Juniper Networks, right? Q3 EPS in line with estimates. They didn't provide guidance. I'm going through them. I'm really trying to scan through here to find people that provided guidance. F5 Networks, they beat by 31 cents or 18 million more, or excuse me, 11 million more. Okay. No guidance with them. Twitter. All right. So Twitter adjusted EPS negative 54 cents versus positive 15-cent revenues, 1.28 billion versus 1.14 billion. They guide Q4 revenue. There we go. They provided guidance. So even though they missed on earnings, I think that the guidance should help them increase 13% year over year. Okay, so watch Twitter for that should be a new thing. I just thought of, you know what would be super helpful? You know what would be super helpful? I know what would be super helpful. Let's do this. I just came up with a brilliant idea. The brilliant of the most brilliant ideas. Let's slap a chart over here with our news in case we want to look and see what that looks like. Oh my gosh, I'm firing on all cylinders today, people. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, it's kind of rough. Like, I've got a pretty high-powered Mac, and this shit's just laggy AF. All right, so what do you want to look at? 4-hour chart. Yeah, let's slap the 4-hour up here with yeah, that's pretty decent there. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like y'all can see that. That's pretty good. All right, we'll use that. So we were talking about Twitter. About 4 hours with extended hours on. So Twitter into the day yesterday, big giant doji. Oh my God, look at those wick killers. So basically Twitter said, hey, if you have a stop loss, we're ripping it out because we're going to rally. Bull flag breakout, potential move up to 63.50 is the bid. You know, I should probably go. Let's go with the 39-minute chart. That should give me pre-market data. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. If I draw a rectangle on there, this is the doji Twitter made yesterday. No joke. No joke. $7 doji. You think they plan on being range bound? They might. All right, moving on. Texas Instruments, not interested in them. Super bad. LinkedIn revenue. No. That doesn't make sense. Ah, Microsoft. There we go. 2.71 versus the 2.71 versus the estimate. They missed something there. Maybe it was 2.07 on revs. Yeah, they screwed that up. 44 billion. Azure and other cloud service revenues up 50%. Server products and cloud services revenue increased 35%. LinkedIn revenue up 42%. Productivity and business process up 22%. Guides, there we go. Guides 2, Q2 revenue of 50.15 to 51.05 billion versus 48. Yeah. So, Microsoft. This is what happens when a company guides. They rip, right? Microsoft trading at 315 up from 305, right? They move about they have about a $5 ATR and they've already made that in pre-market. So keep an eye on them. Microsoft should rip, rally, and roar today. Okay. AMD. Let's see. Estimated 73 versus, so they beat on earnings. Guides quarter four revenues of 4.4 to 4.6 billion over 4.25. Sees 4Q adjusted gross margin about 49.5% versus estimated 49.6. Okay, so AMD guided it as well. Their guidance was a little lower than estimated, but they beat on earnings. So going into today, it's a 27. So going in today, they sold off into the close down to 1 ATR, rallied up to the mean overnight. 21 EMA on the 13-minute chart is at 123.73, and they're just chopping. So look for, there's a massive little doji right here as well. So AMD should rally right around point of control. So 122.50 is point of control, and the 21 EMA. They have about a $4 ATR. Looking 127, 118. That's your range. I know it's huge, but earnings ranges are always massive. Google says that they're, let's see. All right, here we go. They didn't guide. They're saying their advertising revenue was 53 million versus 37. So damn, that's a massive beat on quarterly advertising revenue. Quarterly operating rating margin 32% versus 24. Says Google Play sales growth in current quarter will be muted due to fee usage changes, and expect sales and marketing expenses to be elevated during holiday season. So while they didn't guide, they're saying that because of that BS with Apple, that their operating expenses are going to be elevated during the holiday season, which means that they're not going to be as profitable next quarter. Okay. They didn't really like that news. They sold off down to about 3 ATR, came back to point of control, and it's just kind of chilling at the 21-day EMA. That's not on daily though. Dang it. Shit, I wish I could figure out what that was. But basically, they're slowly increasing. I guess I could look at that. All right, moving on. Visa. Oh wait, we just missed the whole healthcare news. Nothing super important in healthcare except for this. All right, for all of you people who have been helping me out with some information on the old COVID vaccine, I really appreciate it. The FDA has voted to recommend authorization for the Pfizer BioNTech COVID vaccine for children between 5 and 11. The vote was 17-0. The benefits outweigh the risks. Of course, well, yeah, of course, you're going to prevent them from dying, but what is, yeah, just be a little bit more news driven. Do your research. From what I understand, though, Pfizer, Moderna, solid. All right. So it looks like Pfizer and BioNTech are going to get the children's vote. Pretty decent. So as the war continues between Moderna and Pfizer is going to react to that news. Currently trading on the daily at about 1 ATR. Looking for the slingshot squeeze to release going into earnings. I bet you they're going to get a nice little rally today. They didn't have earnings. That was just news. So up off of news, above point of control. Pfizer's got about a $1 ATR. Oh, that's on the 30-minute. Let's get back to the daily. And Pfizer's got about a $1 ATR per day. Point of control's up about $1 from there. So maybe a potential rally up to this supply zone that runs from 43.88 to 44.60-ish. Be aware earnings are coming up on November 2nd. So next week they have earnings. Play the rally into earnings. There's also a dividend on that day. Expect a pullback to at least the 21 EMA. Okay. We will play Pfizer next week. Okay. Visa, Visa beat on earnings. Quarter four revenues rose 29% year over year, and their total processed transactions were 45.3 billion, a 21% increase over the prior year, and Q4 payments volume of 17% year over year. Raises dividend. Boom. Visa gonna rally today. Visa gonna rally today. All right. 240-ish for the target on them. Oh shit. So they fell off on earnings, right? So a lot of this was baked in, and they're continuing to make a move up. Oh, they raised their dividend, that's why. Their earnings are such a mess. All right, so may look for recoup that pullback to 231 downside. Looks like we got a little bit of support here at 222.22, about a $5 ATR, so they could definitely play that range today, either 225 down to 220, 225 up to 231. So they may just be range bound. Interesting that we got this little move here where our -2 ATR came inside of our 1 ATR. That's a squeeze. Like to see that squeeze pop to the upside if we can get above this little range candle right here. This one, right? Above 226.50 long, 225.23 short down to 222. Okay. All right. How am I doing on time? Crap, I gotta hurry. Robinhood market share fell 8% off of the estimate loss. So they lost. I'd heard they had mentioned lack of crypto buying. That's part of the reason. Excuse me. Let's check out HUD. Yeah, very similar to Visa, except for they broke down below their dead cat, bounce, pull back. So if Robinhood can maintain this level, they may sell off. They're out of value. I mean, like this, if I were to buy Robinhood, I'd try to get in around 35, right? Knowing that they chill around 40. So just be careful with this one. I'm looking more downside on Robinhood, but that 35 level is pretty significant. It's a pretty solid line in the sand. So just be wary of Robinhood. A bunch of other news. Let me know if you need anything for them. Not seeing Enphase shares rise 13%. That was a pretty massive increase. ENPH. Yeah, and they're going to rally today too. So this is a peg stock. So post earnings gapper. They'll gap up on earnings, consolidate, and then gap and go the next day. So ENPH, if you want to play the gap and go, that should be pretty decent. I have a pen. Yo, where's my pen, people? Now I'm upset. My favorite pen is missing in action. Dang it. ENPH for the momentum stock. All right, got to move on. All right, I got to just skip through a couple of these other earnings. I'm not. If you are interested in one, let me know, and I'll leave a message in the chat section. I want to get into news. Democrat U.S. senators on Tuesday unveiled a plan to enact a 15% minimum corporate tax that is expected to apply to about 2,200 corporations. Or it's going to be more than that, according to CNBC. The 15% corporate tax minimum would apply to U.S. corporations earning more than $1 billion in profits annually for a 3-year period under the plan. So the profits, right? Most companies aren't profitable, right? That's how they work it. Whatever. Think about it. If I owned a business, I would write off as much as I possibly could to show that we weren't profitable, because then they tax the profits, right? So what you want to do is you want to show on your balance sheet that you actually incurred a loss. Then you get a tax break. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is advice. This is all purely my opinion. Entertainment purposes only. Do not do what I do, say what I do, anything like that. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. I am just a YouTube entertainer. Just kidding. All right, earnings. Shit ton of earnings today. Upwork, I'm interested in. XLNX. There's some other big ones here. Can't remember them all. Where's it at? Earnings today. FISV has FISV BA. Ooh, Boeing had earnings this morning. Let's check them real quick. I hate Boeing. Yeah, they're gonna rally. Suckers. GM had earnings today for the bell. Ooh, they must have missed. Okay. FISV. Ooh, bad earnings for them as well too. We like playing those guys. eBay has earnings after the bell. eBay, eBay now has earnings. I know that the group's been playing now pretty regularly. Keep an eye on them. Upwork. So short now at the open, rally short now at the open. So keep an eye on now, eBay, BMRN. All right. Events for today. We have mortgage application data, durable goods, and transportations with the trade balances. So that should be helping to move the market a little bit here. I bet you I've got an ES. Let's just check it real quick. No, I do not get Watson data. Maybe I do. Maybe I get some Watson data. You know what Watson is? Supercomputer. Right? ES 15. The continuous sell-off overnight, consolidation, rally at the open. This is what I like to see. I'd rather see this than a rally at overnight and a crap off in the morning. So ES is looking pretty decent, and the NQ is range bound as well. So yeah, it should be an interesting day. All right, moving on. Let's see. Democrats looking to at other options, including a surtax for millionaires. No, leave me alone. Leave the millionaires alone. Billionaires, trillionaires, you can deal with them, but the millionaires, like, come on, why? Or you can go after people with $600 in their bank account. Idiots. Go after people like look into people who have $6 billion in their bank account or 600 million. But $600? My kid has $600 in their bank account. Whatever. That's $50 a month. You realize that? If you say $50 a month, the government, like, they want to know about it. 50. Let that sink in for a minute. That's like less than Starbucks for a month. You want me to go on? That's bullshit. All right. Asian markets, the Bay and Nikkei, well, the Bay index. It was a little changed to 29,098. Shanghai index dropped 35 points, or nearly 1% to 3,562. And the Hang Seng fell over 1.5%, which is about 400 points. So Asian markets are down. Ooh, DAX is down. The FTSE slides. All right. They plan to raise revenue by increasing taxes on billionaires. So it's running into opposition Tuesday. Of course, I don't want to pay taxes. And while the fear index is not weighing down the market, the equity curve, yeah, you guys know about that? Let's see if it's like, where's it at? There's some. Yeah, let's see. I thought I saw something here about the equity curve. Yep, Treasury yields again pulled back as the 10-year falls below 1.6%, while stocks are at all-time highs. All right, TLT is a snitch. What's TLT doing today? TLT made a Wu-Tang pattern reversal, double Wu with a baby Wu inside. It's Wu-Tang Wednesday. Yeah, you knew I'd get it. Come on. Wu-Tang Wednesday. See how I snuck that in there? I did. Let me show you what the actually, that was crude. Let's see if I can show you crude futures. Look at this guy. So you can't really see it, but you got a 1, 2, 3 reversal on a larger 1, 2, 3 reversal. MC yields in 21st, 15. Oh, it's on the 5. That's why. Anyway, so that's the news. It took a little longer than I expected. I apologize. But we, there was a lot of earnings to get through. Okay, so let's get into some futures, shall we? I want to show the futures. I can't do a screenshot. 1 second here. All right, let me just grab. I'm gonna grab some futures. I'm gonna put them up over here for us to look at for a second. You guys can watch them. Come on, come on. I don't know what's wrong with my machine, but I gotta go do one thing real quick. I will be right back. While you guys can stare at this screenshot for a second. All right, there's a look at futures. Yeah, we just had. All right, 1 second here. Dude, futures data just sucks the life out of my machine. All right, 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta go wake up some people. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Thanks for being patient with me. In about 2 weeks, it'll be a little different. Daylight savings time will kick in, and I won't have to. Um, my kids will be at school by the time I start streaming, and we can do the open. We can do all the fun stuff, right? We can stream the open for an hour or two. We can do all the things. All right, so let me just explain what's happening with futures off of this screenshot, okay? The bonds are rallying. This is TLT. Remember I said TLT is a snitch. If TLT is going to rally, the ES should fall. These are inverse. Usually with the Japanese yen up as well, I should really create a point system, right? Damn it, that's what I should do. I'm going to do it. Oh, hold on. We're going to create a point system. I should look at copper too. All right, here's the deal. We're going to do a point system. So if the Canadian dollar and copper and VIX are down, right, that's 3 positive points for the ES, the NQ, and the YM. Yeah, point system. All right, I'm gonna make that up. We'll cover it next stream or over the weekend. Okay. Look at this. This is a giant head and shoulders on the ES, right, on the 5-minute chart. While it's not a perfect head and shoulders, damn it, that's a head and shoulders on both ES, YM, NQ. I'm calling those head and shoulders. So look for a pullback on the market today. If you have positions, am I still streaming? Oh, never mind. Um, all right. Can you guys hear me? Here, hold on. I need to check into something. All right, Laz, if you're out there, dude, respond through chat. Let me know if this stream is still going. Hold on. All right, sorry, man. I just got this weird message from Streamlabs saying, "Yo, your recording session's jacked. We had to do some stuff." Don't. It's like when you're ready to end it, click this big blue button instead of this big red button. Anyway, all right. So I apologize. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. All right, where were we? The market taking a dump today, pretty much. Okay, gold is so massive sell-off in gold yesterday. Maybe the earnings. So Tesla basically held up the market yesterday. So maybe Google, AMD, and Microsoft earnings can keep the market afloat. However, with crude selling off and starting to rise, this is good for crude. I'm looking to get in on crude. Gold starting to rise. The bond yield is increasing as well as the yen. It's not bullish for the ES or the NQ. The YM is having a head and shoulder issue as well as the Russell's just selling off. The Russell's like, yo, I'm out of here. Peace. I'm going to go ahead and get my pullback done and so I can rally into next week. Russell being small caps. Okay. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the requests from the stream, shall we? Let's do this. So we want to look at Amazon. Amazon, Tesla, Twitter, AMD, Apple, BMY, Microsoft, Hood. Right? Okay, let's check this out. Amazon, Tesla, the Tesseract, Twitter. AMD. Ooh, these are looking good. Okay, I'm going to burn through these, so take notes. Ready? Amazon, nice bullish divergence just occurred yesterday, so all previous divergences have essentially played out. Looking for the algo to make higher highs and higher lows. Look for Amazon to rally to previous lows right around 340, 3,400 potentially. I don't have time to make the colors all. Oh, I do. I don't. I really don't, though. So you're going to be seeing a lot of yellow. I will mark dark pool and regular block trades. However, you may not get the cute little stuff I usually do. So Amazon breaks that level. The algo can continue to rally. Look for rally to 3,400 backtest support. Continue on taking out. Right, trade that zone right there from 3,400 to 3,440-ish. Tesseract. They're selling. You knew what was going to happen. Right? People have to take profits. That's the whole name of the game, right? The Tesseract algo divergent algo started yesterday. Massive selling. I don't like how the algo rallied through regular and dark pool support, back tested it for a continuation down. Look for Tesla. If it breaks 1,000,100,880, next stop is 90 or 950. Okay. So let me just illustrate what that looks like here as quickly as I possibly can. So if Tesla breaks this level of support here, it's going to come down and maybe test this level here, which would fill the gap, right? Which would be healthy for Tesla. We need Tesla to be healthy, right? We have a regular block trade at 951.50, right? That's your first stop. If it breaks that, then we come back down and test this, this 904 level, which would fill the gap and keep the stock moving up, really, to be honest with you. As far as white line, we got white line support at 1025, 1025, right? 1025. And then all the way down here, the algorithm has got a little white line support coming in right at 865, right? So See how the algo fell down, back tested that white line support, and it's continuing on down. See how every other time it's come close to interaction with it, it reverted, finally broke through it, pulled back and used it as support for this massive run that we're on now. So look for some downside action on Tesla. However, 108, or excuse me, $1,008. What did I do here? Where's it at? Jeez, this thing is just a monster. With overnight highs up to 1044. All right, so it ran up from 1040 to 1045, grabbed all those contracts. It may pull back. However, this high compression squeeze that's forming on the 5-minute might actually launch Tesla. So potential cup and handle forming on Tesla. I'm going to play to the downside. If it breaks 1,000, 1004, 1004, where's that block trade level at? 1008. 1008. Where's 1008? Right here. Hopefully y'all can see this. Trying to make it big enough and give enough time. Okay, so do you see a little head and shoulders forming here, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Like, I'm not saying it's going to happen today, but Tesla will pull back. And if I wanted to find some levels, I'd take a fib from this high all the way down to this low over here. Right? That gives me some pretty decent levels. It looks like the 618 is pretty solid. Stock's kind of consolidated around there. So if we can get up and break out of this supply zone, damn it, where's my tools? We got a supply zone right here. Right? If we can get up and above that supply zone and back test it, then I think we can continue on towards, 1100. Contrarian, we've already ran into it once, twice. We could potentially pull back to the 618 at 1017. Next step down 992, 968 below that. Right? Those are rough estimates. This doji right here, I don't know if you can see it. It just occurred at 8 o'clock. There's an 8 o'clock doji on the 15-minute chart that could be one of two things. It could be a stop killer, which means that it dipped down, ate up all of these stops for continuation to the upside, or right, it could. I mean, that's typically what it means. So, like I said, I'm interested in playing Tesla once it gives me a definitive direction. Okay, right? Don't want to just play Tesla because everybody's making millions of dollars off it. We want to play Tesla with purpose. Let me get this over here. All right. Damn, that took a long time. Sorry, I spent a lot of time on Tesla. Twitter, that's Twitter, right? Twitter selling off, algo divergence. All right, the algo has made higher highs and higher lows. It doesn't really look like it. So based on earnings, we should get some additional divergence. Hold on one second. Hey, are you waking up your brother? Please. All right. Twitter, we have a white line level at 6540. 6540 that the algo will interact with. Okay. 6540. See how it's bounced off of there. I'm really looking for the algo to maintain its little channel that it's in and continuing to the upside. Price action looks like it found some support. And while it's kind of ugly, to be honest with you, I'm not super thrilled on how this looks, but we've got regular block trade target at 6350. Regular resistance 6170. Dark pool support resistance 6143. 6143 dark pool. regular 6170, right? Play that. Come on. So yesterday was a massive amount of regular block trades coming in, ranging in the $62 range, about every 20 cents. That's what this cluster looks like. Damn it, I grabbed the wrong tool. Come on. Piece of shit. All right. AMD. Basically, the upside of Twitter has got a lot of overhead resistance. If it can take out previous highs, right? Just know the algo's buying. Look for the algo to make a higher high. If it does, then it can start pulling price action up out of this little trend that it's in. Okay. Double bottom, look for a rally. Okay. AMD, the algo is trading with price action, right? Currently resting at white level support 122.93. That was going into earnings. From what I understand, they sold off on earnings a little bit. So let's mark the important levels. 122.93 is important, right? Also, 116.50, massive base level there. 116.50, that's your base level. I'm just going to call it, right? Tons of dark pool and regular block trades. Below that, if we fail, 111.89 or 112.50 is the next level I would look out for. Okay. As far as AMD is concerned, shit, I'm gonna run out of time. Damn it. Always. I gotta figure something out because I think I'm taking too long on the news. Yeah, I think I'm taking too long on the news. So AMD has just been like, hopefully you can see this range. Where's my tool? Right. I think this is a falling channel. It's pretty significant, right? Yo, thank you. What the hell? You see how far my mouse is off? All right, that's pretty slick. All right, AMD 15-minute chart, right? Falling channel. We're on the downside of that now. I've got point of control at 119. So potential pullback to 119. It makes sense. Like, I don't really see, I'm not seeing anything in here that's telling me, hey, I'm a big enough, level that I'm going to stop this pullback to 119. Or actually, it's 120. Sorry, 120 is point of control. Highest volume, lots of interest at 120. Look for a bounce off of there, right? If this move continues to happen and we come down to 120, which is point of control, that'll give time for the MACD and the slingshot squeeze to curl around and continue on up. Looking to play the move next week on AMD. Okay. All right. We can start at 8. All right, 15. You want me to start earlier? Laz, you forget, dude. I'm in Arizona. I'm in Pacific Standard Time right now, right? I get up at 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, just to start doing research. You want me to start earlier? I'll start earlier. You better not be late. Not even one day, bro. If you're late one day, I will roast you for a week. Apple, BMY, Microsoft, and Hood. Yes, I'm in Microsoft. Let me see if I can show you guys this. How would I do it? Oh, I can do this. Just so you guys don't think I just talk the talk, I walk the walk, yo. These are my open positions currently. So I do trade. I don't just get up here and talk smack. I'm in quite a few earnings trades right now. Visa, AMD, Microsoft, and Hood. So if you guys notice, I waited till the end of my session to look at the ones I'm interested in. It's because I love you all and I want you all to succeed. Okay, so Apple, Apple. So Apple white line support resistance levels very important. 148.32, 148.60, or excuse me, 149.32, 149.32, 148.64. Those are levels for Apple. Oh, come on. Apple looks pretty decent. The Algo had been selling off. Algo's looking like it's trying to curl back around and do something different, right? Little channel here. If it breaks out of that channel, look for some divergence to play out. Super long trendline support on Apple. Keep an eye on it. It's got to take out some previous highs. BMY. There's a massive amount of block trades happening here. I'm not. Oh, this is Bristol Myers, right? I'm just going to use yellow to mark some stuff up. So Algo is right. The Algo, did it break its trend line? It might have. This could be the potential beginning of bearish divergence, right? If BMY can, looks like it's got kind of a long-term wedge there, right? Levels 58.44 dark pull level resistance, 58.12 dark pull support, 58 regular block trade support. Downside targets, well, I don't know. This is pretty strong uptrend, right? It's the wedge is tightening, so BMY might be a good trade for next week. Microsoft, right? What's going on here? Algo's trading with price action. We've got white line levels on Microsoft, and I got to run. I'm sorry, I got to cut it, but I'll get as many of them done as I can. All right. 311 on the dot for Microsoft. So we got a white line level at 311. Right. We also have a white line level at 309.30. Below that, 308.13. There's your range, right? Microsoft obviously needs to, oh, it's not going to let me do it. Algo's trading with price action. We've got a little bit of an uptrend. Yeah, it's not going to let me do an angle there. Come on, sucker. All right, so with Microsoft, as long as it continues to make higher highs and higher lows, just play it on the upside. 311 is going to be your support resistance. Hood. All right, so on Hood, I've got a dark pull target at 42. I've also got dark pull resistance at 39.40, right? So that's what this looks like. There's your target, price action target, support at 39.50. However, we've got massive loss of interest or money moving out of Hood. All right, the Algo is pretty much vertically down, so just be wary. Hood's currently at previous resistance, right? So those are your upside targets. Downside, if it breaks this little trend line support that it's got going on here, right? So wedge breakout, does it rally to some of these previous lows, right? Or does it immediately pull back and fail because of their earnings? So just keep an eye on it. It's going to be super volatile. All right, I got to run. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I will be here tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay green. If you don't know what you're doing, just watch. Your only job is to keep your seat at the table. I want to see you here every day. Just stay safe. Stay green. What the hell am I missing? I heard something. That's what I hear. All right, I got to run. Leave a comment section below. Hit me up on Twitter at DarkPoolAlgo. If you haven't got your free trial of FlowTrade yet, darkpoolcharts.com. There's a link in that site all over the place to get a free trial. Come join us, learn a new strategy. That'll pay for itself in the first day. Come on, I'm not going to send you wrong. All right, we'll talk to y'all soon. I'm out.